Yo.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Regular Reg in the building.
Talking shit, you know who it is.
Nah, man.
It was good.
Nothing much, man. I'm having a much better day.
That's good.
I'm having much, because I remember two shows in a row now. If I'm listening back properly, I haven't been having good days.
Positive Reg out here.
Yeah.
We go make that stick.
Listen, man. Nah, that sounds corny as hell. You see,
sometimes you gotta be corny, man.
No, fuck. I don't want to be positive Reg. You see what they did to Ellen Degeneres? She over here,
but she being fake positive. That ain't like real
no.
positive.
The problem is when you're always positive. If you like. It's like now any negative thing.
Yeah, but you're not always positive. That's even what makes the name like he's really not always positive.
Yes, I was gonna. Oh, you try to be ironical. Okay, I see what you're doing. You try to make me a joke.
Come on, man. I ain't asking you to be some phony.
Nah, but yeah, I just want to. Yo, Ellen's getting her the fuck up out of here.
Son,
it's insane.
Yeah,
because I hear she's like. I heard she's like tying up the interns and shit and whipping them or something. I heard it's wild.
Yo, we in times where people ain't working. Nobody got that much to lose anymore.
That's the thing I wanted to say about it for me with the Ellen DeGeneres thing was more so that she has a very successful show. Yeah. I would expect it would be difficult to work there. Mm-hmm. Like, now, toxic and
I'm about to say,
maybe that's a little
being
different.
Challenging and the job being hard is totally different from like, yo, there's some unethical shit going on in this building. That's totally
I heard when they fuck up, they work their ribs. Like they just. But and it's funny because it's like Ellen has this positive.
But that's like what's his name? Bob Saget, was that the comedian?
I've heard of
him. From Full House that used to be super positive like all the time, but then when you saw his stand up, he just used to go crazy cursing up a store. He's like, yo, I played his dad. That's like. I gotta like watch.
Yeah, he was. I saw it. It was kind of funny. I like some of it, but it's like that's the thing. It's like that's why like anyone that's super positive, like you know, Ellen DeGeneres, Kevin Hart, you know, when pastors or super priests or whenever you're like super positive, my eye squints a little bit.
I mean, but that's their job. So,
but that's my thing.
That's their job. They're supposed to. It's like if you don't want to go to a therapist that like is like depressed.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My therapist won't.
You don't really want to go to a therapist that's depressed.
You're right.
Like, damn, nigga, you can't keep it together. Like,
right?
I'm supposed to trust you.
Therapist gonna look at you like life sucks and then you die. Like
people are people. So I don't think Kevin Hart is. I'm not gonna just throw.
No, I'm not. But he was doing a lot of like pushing on Instagram for like. You know, my rib and my kids and he was very like, you know, positive, you know, friendly and, you know, and I remember going overkill, bro. This is a lot. I remember at a point I felt, so then when the cheating thing got out, I'm like, guys, I'm not killing him for this. Yeah, I expect, he's a superstar on the road. Like, I'm not, he's doing like Jay-Z, Beyonce numbers for comedy. Yeah. He's doing numbers niggas have never done. So to me, I would expect that he might get some pussy thrown at him. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Plus, he's Kevin Hart.
Please fucking Kevin Hart. You know what I mean? But the problem is when you put that image on you, that's why I start from I ain't shit. Like, I was ain't shit. I start from like.
I mean, the man could be both. He could be badly in love with his wife and have a weak moment, and that's totally fine.
That's fair.
I mean, we should he like hide that from the world because he's gonna fuck up? I don't think so. I don't think that's him being fake. Is it annoying for some people to look at? Yeah, but. I would call fake like you really don't fuck with this person type thing.
Well, I never thought it was fake. I just thought it was over pushed. Yeah. That's my thing. It's like you know what I mean? I never thought Kevin Hart was fake. I think Kevin Hart is more positive than he is negative in general.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I actually believe that.
But you know, I would also guess the same thing about Ellen. So
and she's over here choking, putting fucking interns in chokeholds.
Out here fucking stabbing people.
Yo, I heard she put a nigga in an R bar.
Yo, then she roast like some little chubby kid. Like, yo, you should lose weight. She told this to an 11-year-old.
You know what's funny about Ellen DeGeneres is? She's a fucking comedian.
Ellen DeGeneres got to be like an immigrant parent's son. Like, that's some shit. I was like, yo, what?
What's crazy to me is we all thought because she dealt with some hardship on the way in being like the first lesbian. Like Ellen Degeneres is like, to me, like the beginning of lesbianism.
We may be getting into where her scars come from.
Exactly. Son. Being the first big anything is a big, that's a hard.
It's a lot of pressure.
It takes a lot of toll. It takes a toll.
You got to succeed, and then people are like, what did you do for your people? I'm like, relax, man. Come on.
Guys, y'all tried to kill Virgil over $50.
I don't know, but damn, Virgil tried to kill himself because he tried to sell us $400 after that, $400 t-shirts after that.
You're right. He tried to do it before too, so ain't shit changed.
Yeah, he ain't fuck up before.
That's
fucked up after.
You gotta drop them prices.
He should have put
out.
Drop
the prices, boy.
Even if he was just saying, he should have said, this for charity, something. Like, I'm giving away the proceeds to this shirt. He didn't do none of that. He went back to business as usual. I don't know if Virgil deserves to not be canceled.
No. I don't think
just off of not being self-aware enough.
Well, but my thing about being canceled is we don't have a foothold in fashion. Mm-hmm. We don't have a person in fashion. We kind of need him.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree, but nigga, wait, are you learning from anything? Like the dragon wasn't enough?
Fair. You're right. That's
true.
That's true.
Fix this.
That's true.
Fix this.
That's true.
Sometimes that's the part. People need to learn to you can fuck up, but where are we going from here?
Yeah.
What are you doing from here? Don't just. You insulted people financially, man. That's the thing. It's not like he just insulted people with words.
Nah.
It was financially.
Especially being a person that sells $1,000 shit.
Yeah,
you should have known that $50 ain't gonna cut it.
Don't screenshot that.
First of all, you don't got a t-shirt that sells for $50. So I don't understand. But speaking of fuck ups, who you voting for?
I mean, like I said, when I say they're very unmotivating, I'm gonna vote for the unmotivating folks.
Okay.
But my main reason is it's just too chaotic out here. I'm tired of hearing theories, and I need like a unison answer to things.
Yeah.
Are we wearing a face mask or we not wearing a face mask? Should we take this drug? Should we not take this drug? I don't need one person to be saying, and that's my main problem right now. America is in a very chaotic place, and it's like, and I'm just watching everybody. I'm like, y'all don't realize what's going on right here. Like, I don't see all of this going on. But some people are down for the sabotage and all of that. I don't know if I'm going to be one of them, though.
The thing is this. The problem with sabotaging a country is that I live in it. Yeah, and,
exactly.
I don't want to sabotage. Like, eventually that shit going to land on my doorstep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's I feel like these conversations I have with these people, I feel like I pay a little bit more attention than them. I'm sure there are people who pay more attention than me that are with the sabotage movement. But it's like, what's the clear plan? What I didn't see it. Like what is y'all clear plan? I always ask.
So what do you mean by when you say sabotage? What do you mean by that?
Like, we really don't know where the fuck we about to be. Like,
you mean, so you saying when you say sabotage, you're talking about the administrations, like the campaigns, or you're talking about the people that want to fuck this country up?
I'm talking about with the leadership that we have, the direction we're going to be moving into. Mm-hmm. What direction is that going to be in? And is it something I actually agree with? That's what I'm talking about. Some people are down to be like, I don't fuck with this, but hey, for me to get what I want, this is what I'm going to do.
Well, my thing is, what is the other option? So, like, if you don't like both candidates, you can not vote, but then what? Like,
to me, if you're a person that doesn't vote, if you do have like a bunch of principles that you stand by, if there are people that you see kind of speaking towards like your beliefs that are actually capable of being in leadership power. Don't give me nobody that some nigga that was like a 3-time felon that's giving you game that can't ever do nothing. Then I'll be like, all right, cool. Like, some people are huge. Like, there are people that they're not excited or enthusiastic, which I feel like most people in our generation. I feel like most people are more Bernie AOC when it comes to the other party.
Yeah.
Those are the people I feel like would kind of give a certain base excitement that's not excited at this time. Mm-hmm. Similar to how Donald Trump gives his base some kind of excitement that the regular GOP Republican people would not give that base if it was just they little boring asses running. Also,
That's true.
you
But
know?
see, that was the problem I had with Bernie though, is that he was too exciting in his ideas, and he had to be.
You need that though.
No, yes, but the problem was this: the things you were saying were actually anti-American, and let me just hear me out. Like when he said the thing about the billionaires, I remember going, oh,
Hold on, what did he say about billionaires?
when he said billionaires shouldn't exist.
I was about to say we need to ask billionaires for a lot more money, especially after this pandemic.
Yes,
man. I'm sorry.
Yes, but my problem is this: all you're going to do is have the biggest loss of billionaires in one country ever exist. They're gonna leave this place and go to another place.
No, they're not. They're not. Where are they gonna go to?
What you talk? Nick, there's a lot of countries.
Where are they gonna go to? You know how hard it is to up and leave, and you know how many rules they gotta live by in that country.
Okay.
I believe that's a myth. I do not believe.
Well,
that
billionaires
people,
have left New York.
like I said, no, of course, but they're still in America. Like
Yeah.
it's easy to leave one state to go to another state, but to leave to go live in another country
to save money. Billionaires have shown me. If it's one thing billionaires have shown me in life is that they will do anything it takes to not spend a dollar.
I think they'll move their accounts. I do not think these people are moving outside of the United States of America.
Okay.
I just cannot see that.
Okay, well, moving your accounts will still hurt us because we tax that.
They already do that anyway.
To some extent.
I do believe we need to start asking these people for a lot more money than we are collecting. Bloomberg has made double the amount of money in this pandemic than he's twice as rich in the after the pandemic.
Yeah.
What's his name? Bezos. Did he make like $30 billion in a day or some shit like that?
Bezos' company is that's the first $1 trillion company. Amazon is a $1 trillion company. But this is it's weird because it's like, I'm all for the ideal of, like, I didn't like that he said it only because I felt like I don't want to take away people's ability to get to that. I don't want to say you can't be a billionaire.
Okay, I don't want to sound like the anti-billionaire. I'm not an anti-billionaire. No, there could be billionaires, but I do believe
you should be held to a higher standard.
And I believe that Americans, people are being taken advantage of. I hear the poor man making the argument for the rich man all the time. And I'm like, bro, you're not him. They always talk about, oh, that's socialism, but we actually have corporate socialism in America. We consistently give corporations money all the time, especially in times of crisis.
That's a fact.
They open up their checkbook mad quick and say, where's my second stimulus check? Could you give me that?
Yo, it's crazy because it's like, I agree with you on that.
That is corporate socialism.
So
that whole socialism argument is bullshit. If you actually have that conversation with like common sense people and everything.
Well, the thing is, the concept of socialism is inevitable because, unfortunately, in some way, unless you want to end up where there's just only dirt poor and super rich. Like, I know, like, you're from Nigeria, but I know over there that's what it's like. It's either you're poor or you're rich. Yeah. There's no in between. And Haiti is like that as well. So I look at it like, you're right. Like, we need socialism because you got to consider it like hierarchies. Yeah. There's always going to be a finite amount of people that are good at something or smart or fast or strong. There's always going to be a finite amount. Then there's going to be a decent amount of people that are okay at it. And then a lot of people that can't fucking do it. And because of that, the people at the top should be benefited. They should get more. I don't disagree with that. That's the American part.
They should give more.
They should get more. They should get more money. But that's where the socialism needs to come in because those people don't need 8 houses. That's where you need to trickle it down. And that's where the socialism comes in.
So I feel like there should be tiers of things.
But should we this is the thing, sorry. Should we let the laws dictate that? Because I want people.
No, I
you can't let people do it. Yeah, you can't let people
dictate. So that was the point I was going to make. I feel like we should have tiers. If you reach that $50 billion mark, there's a certain amount of that bread you got to give up. You know, I'm not gonna ask you for all that, but there's maybe 10 of that 50 bill you got to cough up to the,
I think at $1 billion, as soon as you get to, let me not even say $1 billion.
Yeah,
let me not say $1 billion.
I'm gonna treat the billionaire like the 100 millionaires.
Yeah,
they're gonna be at a totally different tier.
Yeah, tier. Okay, so let's say tens of billions. You have to understand, Jeff Bezos gave his wife $40 billion.
Just to
she
walk
is
away.
now. I think she's the richest woman in the world, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
I think.
For her, she became
I
the
think,
richest
bro,
woman in the world.
you know
That's
that. You know, out of the top
Damn.
10, out of the top 10 richest women in the world, almost all of them are based off of divorces. That's pretty fucking wild.
I mean, that's believable.
That's crazy.
Just off of the empires.
Bro,
that are out
yeah.
here.
So Jeff Bezos gave $40 billion, and after giving that $40 billion, was still worth $100 billion.
Yeah, he was still Gucci.
Him personally,
Yeah.
not his company. Him. Then this pandemic happened, and he strived. He's now back up to, if not surpassing, what he was after giving her that money.
But the majority, there's so many people that can't afford to pay their bills. And I'm not.
Yes,
Jeff Bezos has earned.
No,
to
you got it.
get
You
his
worked hard
money.
and you did.
Yes,
you
I'm
ever
not saying
seen
the man did
the
not work
office
hard.
he was in, the first office he was in? You ever saw that picture?
No.
Bro, it was like some cubicle type shit in it's like rented space, like a WeWorks, but not WeWorks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some bullshit. And he came out of that. So I got to give it to him. But here's, so I have this idea. And I don't know if it'll work. And I don't know if I've ever said it here before, but I'm fucking saying it again. My idea is, there's billionaires with $30 billion, $40 billion, $50 billion, right? What if you could take $1 billion and give it to every single person in the United States? There's only about 320 or 50 million people in the United States.
there.
So if there's 300, let's say 320 million, that means if you set up an account with $1 million in it for every single human that exists on this planet, in this country, right? And then what you did was you made it so that you had to take a year-long course in finance, investment, and taxes. You had to take it, do a test, and pass to get your $1 million.
That mil?
To get it. No, to get it. Not to keep it. To get it to begin with. To get into that account. That would change the fucking world, don't you think?
Of course.
So my question is, why not? Like, I can't find the flaw in it. Now, even for those stupid motherfuckers that still end up doing dumb shit and going to spend money, they're still throwing that money back into the economy.
Yeah.
Even if they decide and learn about finance, investment, taxes, they learn about all that shit and still do dumb shit. At the end of the day, I don't see where we lose with that plan.
Yeah. They not trying to make that many millionaires.
But I'm like, but my mind is like, it's either they're gonna be dumb and spend it back with your companies anyway, because you can personally do this. You don't have to take this out of your company account. You can personally give this money. They're gonna be dumb and spend it back in the companies anyway, or they're not gonna be dumb and make businesses that make better businesses.
But that's and that's roughly my idea of. I'm like, y'all do know if y'all give people that need money, people still gonna be rich. Like that's and I'm like, I don't get that argument. Like people are still gonna be rich because people like spending their money.
Yes.
Like people are addicted to. Once outside opened up, everybody ran to fucking Saks to go buy Gucci. Like that's what they like to do after they got all this money. So
it's like it doesn't change the fact that it's still going. You're still gonna get this bread.
But we just let a lot of, and that's my biggest issue with this whole, back to our conversation with this whole election, is because even with Bernie, old white men. Like I'm over that. Like we need younger people out here making decisions. I don't care what race you are at that point, what gender you are, just a little bit younger. That people that are thinking a little bit more for the future on each side. You know, like, okay, don't give me these old ass ideas that you've had. And I have proof with this with like working remotely. I've been preaching this at jobs for like 3 years. I'm like, yo, human beings shouldn't work like this. Like you should let people have options of at least a few days at home. You know, like I'm like, people are adults. We have our life. People have children. It'll be a lot less stress. Just think about a parent that has to go to work, get their kid ready for school. The kid don't want to wake up. How much frustration is now being taken out on that kid? How much different now if that mom or dad knows, you know what? I don't got to leave this house today. So do what the hell you got to do.
Bro, I used to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to get my daughter to a friend's house to get that person to get them to daycare, then get back home and then walk to where I got to get into my friend's car to now go to work.
Yeah, nah.
Like, do you know how hard?
Exactly. So I'm like, we need to. So up until coronavirus. I'm like, y'all switched everything real quick. I'm like, you guys should have been ready for this for years already, you know? So we just don't have enough progressive thinking.
It's not just the progressive. It's like shit has to happen before anyone does anything.
Yeah.
And it's just like the world can't keep working like this. Because the thing about corona is that it is not as deadly as it could have been. Mm-hmm. It is not as deadly as a virus could have been. Like, there were, like, if this was like Spanish flu,
even Ebola,
Ebola is not as contagious as corona.
You don't transmit it as quickly,
but it's deadly. It's
a lot more deadly.
But the problem is, now imagine if we get an Ebola with the same transition rate as corona. Like, guys, we gotta
But so that's my main thing. We got a lot of these old people. And it's not even only just the president, because the people in Congress and the Senate, they're all old as hell. They're probably the most important one, honestly, outside of the presidency.
Yo, the Senate can keep being the Senate forever. That's the issue. Every 2 years, it's the same person.
We got to replace all these people with some fresh blood. I don't mean to sound like an ageist, but we got to replace these people with
what you got against old people, nigga?
I mean, bruh, these baby boomers are thinking for the baby boomers. They're not thinking for us.
It's a fact.
You know, they're like, I'm going to be dead by then. So.
It's true. Like, I don't understand. Like, to me, getting back to the campaign, what is Trump going to have to do to show y'all he's not a good president?
I mean,
it's almost as if he's worked against trying to get elected again. It almost comes his own advice. You know how many people have quit his
son. The most scandalous administration I've ever seen in my life. Niggas is getting sentenced to do fed time. Like, I'm like, yo, what is going on here?
Bro, that White House, yo, son, it has more leaks than a fucking dick with chlamydia, man.
I can't wait for the movie.
Outrageous.
I can't wait for the movie.
Bro, I can't wait. Yo, bro, there's so many people that I'm sitting there like, yo, you ever seen the Dick Cheney movie?
Nah. I remember when it came out. But
it wasn't like, but it was. The story is so interesting because he's the first vice. Because Bush's vice president.
He was he was like the person in charge of the background.
That's the crazy thing, because vice presidents before him were more like figureheads. They showed up. He used to run shit. He actually set shit up so that he ran a lot of shit. Bush wasn't running the country.
His companies was making money from a lot of like those wars that we were fighting.
Bro, you know the sandbags in Iraq? The ones so they have giant 10-ton fucking sandbags around the forts. And they're like $10,000 a piece. And they shoot, so that you can't shoot bullets to it. It slows down the sand. Bush owned the company. His family owned the company that made those sandbags, and they were $10,000 a piece. And they surrounded all of the forts and bases in Afghanistan and Iraq. Like, that's fucking crazy. Like, that's insane.
That's what these people be doing.
And it's like, and I'm like, my uncle told me about that. And I'm like, this is so obvious. Like, I don't understand.
What's so obvious?
That this is unethical, like nobody.
Bruh,
but the thing
Donald Trump hosts international meetings at his Mar-a-Lago property and gets taxpayer money flowing into his businesses. Like, what are you talking? That's what these people do. And unethical stuff.
And my thing is, you know what?
And then people go talk about, oh, y'all want socialism. I'm like, yo, these people take all the money. So if the money's gonna be spent, put it in my pocket. I'm sorry. Put it in my pocket. I'm not gonna root for some rich man to get the money over me.
Well, well, then if you have that mentality, that's their mentality. Put it in my pocket, because I want more.
That's what I be telling the voters, because at the end of the day, y'all are the more.
Yeah.
But these people just, I be watching the news like when people was protesting haircuts. No, I don't want the government's money. I say, yo, nigga, give me my check. I'm not going out where the virus is at, okay? Bro. So guess what? The government gonna have to pay up for this. We've been paying, okay?
Like,
come on, man.
I don't understand. Like, I heard a Michelle Obama speech, and I was just like,
yeah, I saw that.
So I heard some of it. I can't say I heard all of it, but I was just sitting there like, I don't understand why she still had to say that. Like, why she still had to let people know Trump's not a good president. Like, I don't know what people, like, what is this delirium? You know that there were people, think about this. In the beginning of his presidency, he tried to take down Obamacare.
What works with Donald Trump is that Donald Trump does not have a resume, right? Mm-hmm. So, you hear this conversation of, I feel like a lot of those conversations are coming from people also in our age group. Mm-hmm. They be like, oh, you did this, you put these people in that. We can't do that to a Republican right now because Donald Trump is the president. He does not have a resume. So the only people that have resumes are the actual politicians that had real careers. I mean, he was a real estate agent before that.
Yeah.
But these people had real careers in like law, politics.
So it's
before that. So they have been part of the people that write bills. The average person doesn't know, you got to negotiate a bill and it's mad people voting on it. And yes, there's going to be things you don't like in there.
Lobbyists
and certain things
and all that stuff.
that you do like,
Yeah.
So that's all they're going to do. This person came up with it. That's all they're doing with like Joe Biden all the time. You came up, I'm like, let's do a little bit more research and see who the people that was sitting in this room coming up with this bill.
But then
what society was like at that time as well.
This is the other issue. A big thing that people do to pick a president is character. Mm-hmm. There's and I'm saying even on that, he's a piece of fucking shit.
We're in a time era where we like that though. Like, first of all, people don't fuck with politicians. The people don't trust politicians already.
I get that.
They're like, fuck the whole character thing. You're a politician. So they immediately, their guards are up. He's not. So they see him being rude. All he's doing is being rude and being a dick as him keeping it real. It's very easy to just take somebody that's being a dick as somebody keeping it real.
What's crazy about that mindset is like, damn, there's a lot of dumb people.
Yes, like, I've been saying this for so long.
But it's like, it's sad because it's just like, he's the easiest. If we can't see that he was not a good president, nothing got better in this country. Every single thing in this country got worse because of Trump. Mm-hmm. Nobody's living good because of Trump. Even rich people took a hit.
I mean,
some.
Not Jeff Bezos.
No, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos got the bag.
Yeah, nigga,
Jeff Bezos got a bag bigger than this room, bro.
Jeff Bezos got that stimmy check for real.
Yo, that stimmy. So Jeff Bezos bag. But it's like, and I'm like, I'm at a loss for words. Yeah. Because I'm looking at people like, does he have to shoot a black person in the face on camera before y'all see? Or
there'll be somebody that makes an excuse.
Well, what did that black person do?
There'll be a black person also that makes an excuse. That's the best part.
You know what bothers me about the fact that Trump's in office is like, now I look at democracy like, damn, maybe we do need a fucking dictator.
Yeah. I mean,
it's sad because I look at democracy like, we put you in office. This is depressing. I let you get here. I didn't let you get here, but we let you get here. Donald Trump. No one's ever taken that man seriously in life about almost anything but luxury. And even that was bullshit if you ever looked at his apartment buildings. If you ever looked into you ever saw that documentary about him? Yeah. All his luxury shit is cheap as fuck and looks good. It's like the IKEA of luxury.
Donald Trump is running America like he ran Atlantic City, okay? Or his property on Atlantic City.
Bro, it's insane. And I'm sitting here like, every single thing about this
But you got to realize, he also came into office during good times. So the job ain't going to be that hard during good times. This is why he looks crazy now, because the job just got hard. The job was, bro, he came in, the unemployment was 4.7. Who's going crazy over that? Basically everybody working.
Yep.
And then he just started, once he saw the economy grow the first month, he started that whole, I'm building the greatest economy ever. From the first month he was in office. I remember that shit. He didn't even wait to like give it a 6-month period.
The thing is a lot of they don't actually count the financial economics of things into as the president's favor until 6 months after.
Yeah.
Because they know that most of the laws are still from that last president, and that's why it's happening. He walked in and said, guys, I did this.
But he's very good at just repeating the same thing over and over and just letting it stick. and his followers are like fans, so they're gonna repeat the same
crazy?
thing.
You know what's crazy? I was listening again. I always bring them up. Neil deGrasse Tyson, Jordan Peterson. You know my people. But Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, there's a couple of truths. There's there's objective truths there's truths where it's like, this is a fact, and no matter whether you will believe it or don't believe it, it exists regardless of your belief in it. It is a thing. Then there's objective
Like
truths.
the sky is blue.
Yes, it is blue. It doesn't change no matter what you do. That is an objective truth. Then there's subjective truths where it's like, it's a truth that because enough people believe it, it now becomes a truth. It's a thing where it's like, because enough people believe in it and push it, it becomes a truth.
That's not a truth, though.
No, it's and there's the thing, what he said about that? He said he's decided that words are not what they used to be. Because truth,
of Donald Trump?
Truth has a definition. No, but because of us. Because what we do is, if enough people use a word in a way, the definition changes.
Like what was that word that people used to always say back in the days? It actually became a word. Fuck, I can't remember. Conversate. Did conversate become a word eventually?
It may be.
I believe so.
The word is converse.
It's converse.
Conversate is
Niggas
not
said
a word.
Conversate from that.
Bro, that's a word in the projects of Brownsville. That's not a real word. But if it became a word, bro, I'm gonna look this up.
I think conversate became a word. I'm not
but
sure.
it's like, if enough people,
that became a word.
And then there's the last truth, which is, if you've repeated enough times,
it's the truth.
It's just the truth. Regardless, and that's the stupid truth.
And that's what he be using.
That's what he be using.
That's what this nigga dead went on TV, said, yo, something regarding like a healthcare bill. He said, no president has ever passed this before. And lady said, yo, Barack Obama signed that in 2014.
The fuck are you talking
about? And I had a Trump supporter really telling me he the first one. He said, oh, he added more money. I said, it don't matter. The bill was already there,
it
bro.
Exists.
That's a lie.
Bro, that's literally like, I built a building and then you added a floor to it and said, look, guys, I built this building together.
Like,
no,
on,
you
man.
didn't, bro. You just like, and it's like the stupidity in it is just, I try my best not to think about it anymore.
I tell people, I say, yo, just tell me you like the guy. That don't bother me. That has never bothered me. Like, yo, like who the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Just don't be lying. Just don't tell me lies like the whole time if we actually gonna have a conversation.
Bro, I had a conversation with actually someone from high school. And he was trying to say that he was trying about policing and all that stuff. And he was trying to say that he tried to argue that bad people go to jail and bad things happen to them. That's what happens. He wasn't trying.
What about all the innocent people?
But
that go to
I was like, but the way he was seeing it. Listen, bro, this was the most simplistic mindset of it. So I'm having this conversation with him, and he goes, "Bad people do bad things and they go to jail," kind of thing. That was his general statement. Like, if you do something wrong, then you're gonna go to jail, and then the system.
Which is true.
Which is true.
Which is true.
But the thing he's not considering is the fact that why is it that black people are so much worse than white people? Because we're just going to jail at a higher rate. That means they're not looking for you. That's what that is. And I'm like, yo, bro, this is a soft ass attempt to pretend like there's not an obvious issue amongst black people in this country. Like, you're sitting here acting like policing is equal amongst white and black.
Nah.
It's not. It's not even close.
I've lived in the suburbs long enough to know that you don't see the cops driving through your block like that.
No, you don't. And the other thing is,
there's a lot of drugs being done in the suburbs.
Mad. And the other thing is, if you see a bunch of black people stand on a corner in a suburb and a bunch of white people stand on a corner in a suburb, I promise you I know where the cops are pulling up. I promise you that. It's the craziest thing. But it's like, this person actually tried to argue with me that he doesn't see the difference. He just sees it as like bad people get arrested. I'm like, so black people are just astronomically worse than white in this country?
Tell them read a little bit more. That's what
you know what? The conversation fake ended positively because, it didn't end positively because of him. It ended positively because I'm such a benevolent man. And you know what I mean? Listen.
Benevolent Reg.
Listen. You know what I mean? I just got to drop my blessings upon everyone. You're welcome, sir. So it ended positively simply because I respected the fact that he was just on some, yo, I ain't got no beef with you shit. I'm just saying, like, this is how I see it. And I'm allowed to see it that way. And I'm like, you know what, bro? You right. You are allowed to see it that way, no matter how wrong you are.
I don't like that argument.
No, listen.
I hate that argument.
No matter how wrong you are. And that's the thing. That's the thing that, I know you hate this conversation, but that's the thing that, like, when I get into religion or certain conversations, that's why I can't do the religion thing personally, because I need evidence. Because evidence is the only thing that actually proves what's happening.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I don't like that argument because I'm like, bro, there is a fact over here. There's an actual fact. You could go look at this fact, and you're gonna be like, nah, I have. But you can have your opinion, but your opinion is 100% wrong over here,
bro.
So
but we don't see that, and it's just like I don't respect things like that. Like I don't. And my thing was like, yo, this person isn't dumb. I mean,
blind spot.
Yeah, he isn't. But
people got blind spots.
Yeah, blind spots, real white, bro.
Like your man Ben Shapiro, Mr. Blind Spot,
bro. That man. You know what's funny? That's one of the most intelligent blind spotted motherfuckers I've ever seen. No, bro. But he's not in. No, he's a manipulator.
There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this.
I didn't see that. Wait, I heard about him.
Ben Shapiro, if you're watching this, you're a fucking dickhead. So I'm sorry.
Bro, what did he say about wet pussy?
Yo, I don't know. He just sounded fucking stupid.
Nah, he's one of those.
I had to turn it off, man.
He's the most intelligent dumbass I have ever greased my eyes upon. You know what I mean?
Don't die on the hill of Ben Shapiro logic,
guys. It's obvious, but listen, man. I just wanted to ask how you felt about the campaign, how things are going. But I want Katt Williams.
Yeah.
Did you see the stand-up?
I saw that. I looked that up. Was it really a stand-up? I didn't view it as a stand-up. It was like a little ad.
No, it was no. Sorry, my apologies. It was an ad for Supreme.
Yeah,
for Supreme.
It was an ad. I actually liked it because I'm like, we just live in crazy times with fucking Kanye West, and I'm like, Katt Williams would be the person to like sound logical now. Like, the fuck? I felt crazy for saying
when Katt Williams,
while he stands on stage with rainbow colored hair.
Bro, I don't know if y'all remember, Katt Williams got arrested 13 times in 1 month. At some point he said he had been arrested 62 times. 62 times.
He used that as one of his punchlines in that.
And I'm like, and that's the man that's sounding sane today.
Yeah, man.
And you know what's funny? When he said something that was kind of profound to me. Like, you know when you hear shit and you're like you knew it, but you never thought of it, if that makes any sense. It's like a subconscious understanding of something that now has been articulated in a way that you can understand it.
What you say?
He said, if I gotta stand here and say dumb shit really slow for y'all to get it, I'll do that. And I was like, I get what you're saying. Like, he said, because the joke before that was, he was saying, Donald Trump said, if you got some bleach, sprinkle it on your skin. Put a little in your eye. You know what I mean? I remember when I was laughing. I was like, that's funny. But he's like, sometimes you got to say shit really slow for people to listen to what you're hearing, dumbass.
People don't care, man.
It's like you didn't hear what he just...
I think people don't believe in a lot of things right now. Like, there's a lot of people that feel like, oh, none of this really matters. The president is being controlled by strings in the background. There's a lot of people that...
conspiracy theories.
Yeah, so having this dude as your president,
bro,
that doesn't really impact anything.
I think the biggest thing... I'm currently finishing my master's. And I think the biggest thing I got from it that I can think of, because a lot of shit was just redundant, but the biggest thing I could say I got from it was that I understood how experiments and scholarly works that are published, how that works. And there are things that are published that when you hear it, right, it's like 30% of, like, there are things that are facts, like laws, like gravity. Throw something up, it's gonna come fucking down. That's how it works. Gravity. It's based on the size of the planet. But then there are other things that are theories, but that are it won't work 100% of the time, but 97% of the time it's going to work.
Hypothesis theories, the Big Bang Theory,
exactly.
all that
but there
shit.
are theories that they're like, scientists are pretty sure this is the case. And the reason why they're sure is because every single time another scientist redid this experiment, it worked out the same way. Most of the time. And the problem is people don't understand that that's how you get to something becoming a fact. And that process sometimes is hard because on the way to the fact, you don't even know the questions to ask because you're walking into a realm no one's ever been. Mm-hmm. It's like quantum physics. I've been studying that shit for a while now. Not the math behind it. I'm not smart enough to understand that. The concept. And the concept of quantum physics is very interdimensional, all that crazy shit, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing is, there are things that have been tested and then tested again and tested again and tested again in laboratories around the world that are credible so that it now becomes credible. But what people will do is they'll take one thing that only 20% of people agree with that is published because it has worked 20% of the time. Mm-hmm. And then they'll go on YouTube and talk about that thing and go, see guys, and then make a conspiracy theory out of it. Mm-hmm. And then people will jump up and go, yeah, not thinking about anything outside of that.
Conspiracy theories are way more popular than like anything that you could watch something happen.
Yes.
People believe the theory about it.
Other than
more
the thing
than they'll believe what their eyes actually just watched.
And that's why I can't have this argument with people because I look at people and I'm just like, guys, where did you get this from? What is the source? How many people agree with it within that genre or that realm? So if you're talking about, I don't know, garbage cans and how they're made, and this one's the best one. Well, how many other people that make garbage cans agree with the fact that this garbage can you just said is the best one? And how many people say that it's the best one within that genre? But nobody wants to do any more research. They just want to hear what works for their narrative and then fucking go. Yeah. It's sad. That's why alternative facts are a thing.
But people, you asked the question though earlier about what do you do if you don't want to vote for the two? And I mean, like I said, I totally understand that sentiment, even though I hear this often anytime somebody is running. Yeah. I would also advise people to, if you're because one thing I see people do is create these attacks on even Donald Trump. Us on our side will also get at him and everything. But I always tell people, educate yourself and be informed. Don't just be here to cause chaos, but then when it's time to find out what the information of what these people do, yes, you just walk away and you don't care about it. So if you choose to vote, I would hope that you continue to pay attention moving forward. So if Donald Trump or Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or Mike Pence, if they're not doing what y'all expect, hold them accountable. That's what our position as the people is supposed to do. Not just be their fans the whole way.
Bro, okay? That was go ahead.
Plus, did you see when Mike Pence said he's not going to let Kamala Harris take on me?
I actually saw that shit. Niggas said she's not gonna take our meat.
Yo,
you trying to tell us how much meat
we can eat?
What did he say? We're not gonna let her cut our meat. That was the exact words, if I'm not mistaken. We're not gonna let her cut our. And I remember listening to it as a black man, like
that shit had me crying.
This is one of the times my childishness.
I was mad childish.
My childishness.
Nigga, everybody was childish.
I was so happy.
I'm sure his kids texted him like, "Pops, you wilding out here."
Unc, you bugging, bro.
You bugging out here.
You bugging. Oh my God. But
that's our people just become fans of these people, always support, hold people accountable, and continue to pay attention unless we're fucking doomed.
Bro, okay, like I said, that's why I believe in science the most, because it is the thing that's the way you become a scientist and the way you try to get to things is based in evidence. Mm. And I think that's what's being lost in this world. Mm. We don't want to find any evidence. We just want to believe what we believe. Mm. Everyone wants to believe something. I think there's too many people soul searching for something without actually doing any real research. Mm-hmm. The word research is thrown around a lot. people don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to actually know what's going on with books and things.
Yeah.
They just want to soul search, and I believe in this and I believe in that. And I'm like, guys, yo, that's all cute.
And,
but
and just like we had the conversation of, the billionaires being, that's real questions y'all really have to research and find out. Because I always, like when you say, oh, that's America becoming a socialist country. I'm like, yo, why is everybody so scared of like socialism all the time? Like, it's not that terrifying.
You know what's
like,
crazy about
niggas gotta chill out and stop being so scared.
You know what's go ahead.
You got to realize when things are in politics, we're gonna make it so fucking extreme all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to implement some kind of socialism in America. We struggling with coronavirus. Socialist countries not really struggling that much. Maybe there's an idea to this.
You know what's crazy about socialism? When I look at every other country that has socialism, or a lot of countries that have socialism, and
you don't gotta go full blown, because America has very minimal.
Full blown socialism is communism.
I'm not even asking.
That's what people don't get. Like, communism is full blown socialism. That's not what we're asking. But if you look at the countries that have socialism, a lot of times they're in debt or they're going broke. That's because those countries do not produce many things. They are not a country of money. We are not in that situation.
And America broke. We're capitalists and broke.
Yes, but we have way more money than almost all countries. So my thing is, we could use a little more socialism, and it wouldn't hurt us nearly as much as we think.
We have way too much poverty out here. Way too much poverty. And we live in New York City that has like a high homeless population.
Bro.
These people are not just crackheads, all of them. A lot of them are disabled and can't help themselves.
Yes.
Maybe both sides of the government and not just one side or no sides need to figure out, like,
there's too many people fighting on principle and not reality.
Yeah, man.
That's what it is. There's too many people fighting on the concept of principle. Principle is, I don't have to do this. I shouldn't have to do this. I'm like, but you fucking can. And other people need it.
Exactly.
So do it. Like, it's not.
And it's very one-sided because most of these corporations, I love when I listen to like a libertarian talk. Because one thing I'll give them, I don't always agree with their point of views, but they're all down for like, if this business fails, let them fail. I'm like, you know what? You're keeping the same energy on all aspects.
At least. At the very least.
And that's my problem when people talk about like the whole social. I'm like, yo, we could constantly give corporations bread.
But us.
But when the people need it. We're not asking you to just give us on an average day. But during the time of crisis, when the people need it, they be the last ones to be,
Well, I mean, listen, man. If y'all gonna keep giving money to all these companies, y'all might as well give money to Kanye West and his new glasses, his new
people were tight when Yeezy got bread. I wasn't even mad at that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Bro, I want that because I'm sorry, that's a black-owned company. That is something that I want.
Give the money back. I said, if I'm Kanye West, fuck no, I ain't giving no money back. And I just became a billionaire. Yes.
But I will say that he is shitting on us with these new kicks, because I don't understand.
Kanye shitting on us, just period.
It's like you remember when he made that bloopity scloopity on that crazy beat? I feel like that's what he's doing now with his clothes.
I like them joints that look like a harmonica though. Them little slippers they look like slippers that look like a harmonica. I fuck with those. The old white ones.
I'm not gonna front with you, Obi. I'm not gonna front with you. I don't know if we could be friends anymore.
Them shits is fire.
No, I gotta see him in person. Because you know what? There was a lot of shit. Like, the people don't understand the fashion world a lot because, niggas lack culture. The fashion world, there's a lot of shit that until someone does it right, you don't see how it could be done. Yeah. People don't have fucking vision. There's a lot of things that I'm like, all right, guys, first see them on someone that's killing it. Then decide it's whack or not. People be like, that shit is terrible. I'm like, bro, you wear Palladium boots. I wore those once. I grew up. I'm sorry. You don't even wear Timbs. The people that are screaming, them shits are so dumb, are the same niggas wearing bootcut jeans.
Them shits just look comfortable as hell.
My thing is, I just, if you're gonna look at them for what they are. Are they comfort shit? Are they fly shit? First, let's look at that. Then look at them when it's done right. That's the other thing. Before we decide to kill him. But I'm not gonna lie, he's dragging this.
What did he put out recently?
There was another shoe that he put out that I don't want to say it looked like a it looked like mad different triangles put together to make a shoe.
That might be the harmonica.
No. The harmonica joint you're talking about is like rubbery almost. It's like, and it's like, it's white. Yeah. No, that looked like an amoeba. I don't know. It looks like it has no form. It looks like it'll change form as you put your foot in it. That's what it looks like. I'm not gonna lie. If an alien made a shoe, I think that's what it made a shoe. You know what I mean?
That's probably why I fucked with it.
This nigga Obi in space, bro.
I kind of like those.
Obi's in 3037.
Yo, but Kanye West, what he tweeted Kamala Harris congratulating her for running against him. Yo, he's a troll, man. I'm sorry.
I don't get him. I don't get him anymore. At some point, I got him.
I'm gonna stick to what I said. Kanye West got to get punched in his face. Okay.
So not therapy or help. None of that.
Hell no.
Punched in his face. You know what's funny? There's something about what you're saying that actually makes sense. I think Kanye West.
If Kanye West was out here just trying to piss off, I was listening to D.L. Hughley today. He's like, yo, he knows what he consistently goes against black people whenever he says these outlandish jokes. He ain't just say if he was just saying like random stuff about people, that cool.
You know
but
what?
First it was slavery is fake. That it's Harriet Tubman was a fucking recruiter. Like
that's
just
true.
saying random shit.
Yeah, everyone likes to make. You know what's crazy? It's like everyone likes to make him seem like he's crazy.
Somebody call my man Beanie Siegel real quick. All right. That's all I'm asking for.
To go to Kanye. Yeah. I don't know. I seen Beanie Siegel get knocked out. I don't know, bro.
I'm talking about Beanie Siegel when Kanye West was around Beanie Siegel, not missing a lung
Beanie Siegel. Okay, I'm about to say sickly Beanie Siegel might not even be able to throw a punch.
He got locked out when his insides was all
fucked up. You right. But it's like, yeah, it has a consistency to it that it's like if you look at the pattern, it's like you're crazy, but you're crazy only against black people.
Certain group of people.
Only one group of people you crazy with. That's true. I did like the shades. I'm gonna be real with you.
The shades.
They look like
the shades. I saw them and I was like, that will go with like a specific.
But he's a specific.
Everybody can't throw them shades on.
No, but you know, I don't know if you remember.
If your head too big, I'm gonna leave them shades.
I don't know if you remember. There was a dude from PBS, a black dude in the Reading Rainbow. Mm-hmm. He also was in Star Trek, and in Star Trek. He had them shades. He had the shades. That
I had no problem with the shades.
No, I didn't. I just
don't want people to turn those into like all-purpose shades.
Well, my thing is, I already know how fashion goes. I've already worked in it for a while. I already know who's gonna kill those outfits.
How fashion goes and what people do.
Yeah, but listen, man.
Different things.
A lot of people don't get that. Yo, shit ain't.
I saw Tim Duncan wearing some Yeezys. Okay, you don't want to see that.
No, but the ones that Kanye's making, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make it so extreme now. It's gonna be for the different people. Yeah. Like I remember when we had a nigga that when we went out with Haji and his homeboy came through with the red mittens. Mac mittens ass nigga. Yo, and I remember seeing him. I'm like, and when I saw those sneakers, I was like, that's for him. Yeah. This shit is for him. Yeah. So, you know,
it ain't for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
You're not just gonna wake up and say, yo, it's sunny outside.
Let me go put these shades on.
You gotta think about
that's
the whole
fit.
fit.
That's a fit.
Exactly. You gotta think about the whole fit
before you decide to put those shades on your face.
House with that.
Yeah, fuck out of here. I'm sorry, guys. It's not for everybody. And you know what? I'm glad, because if you think about it, he's doing that shit, right? Mm-hmm. And he's also trying to do shit for the Gap. Mm-hmm. He's just like, I like that he's like, all right, I'm doing super fashion, super regular, and then middle core.
And them little white slippery joints he put out that look like Crocs. Mm-hmm. Didn't he release those for like $70 for like a deal? He said he wanted to be the next Zara. I remember him saying that. Yeah, so and I respected that mindset.
I respect the mindset. I respect the vision. I don't know how much I respect the fashion of it. Nah, I gotta see.
Or the man.
Or no, I don't respect the man at all. But the thing is, this is the thing. I respect the idea of Kanye West, just not Kanye West himself.
He's a creative, so
I love creatives.
Just being a non-biased person, but some people call it biased.
I love No, this is completely biased.
It don't matter if you say you're
I'm being biased. I love creatives. I love black people. It's nothing against anyone else. Just because I love one thing doesn't mean I don't respect or fuck with anything else. But I love creatives. I love black people. Yo. And Kanye is both, very much of both of that, except he doesn't know it in one of them. Mm-hmm. And that's the issue. That's where the issue comes in, because now you make it so that I would love to support you, but you're saying shit that I can't. So now it's like there's a part of me that wants to push a black company striving and doing well.
Kanye West don't need to be pushed.
No.
That's not the black company I'm looking to push.
I get you, but what I'm saying to you is the more big companies we have like that, we need him to become a Fortune 500 company.
Ink Bully, black businesses.
Let's do that.
Listen, I ain't pushing Kanye West.
We can do that too, but I'm saying the existence of Kanye West, the existence of Virgil, the existence of these major black heads that are pushing the state of the art concept, right? Their existence is the reason why Black Ink, is that what you said?
Bully.
Ink Bully, my apologies. The reason why Ink Bully can be Ink Bully. The reason why, and I'm saying, so as much as we may hate him.
Yeah, but your mind, you gotta get your mind right.
No,
bro.
that's true.
Y'all gotta get your mind right. Because Virgil on that boat with you.
I'm speaking to two sides of the conversation.
Y'all don't got that much. You've been fucking up, and I'm not. That don't mean I'm just gonna keep sticking with you through all your fuck ups. Nah, some people are wired that way. Me, if your business is horrible when I walk into it, at the end of the day, I love you, my brother.
But no, that's true.
Call me back when you learn a couple things.
What I will say though is your beliefs, your thought process, and what you do. I don't know what I fight for more: your beliefs and your thought process, or your business. You know what I mean? Because I want to say this. I don't think white people back every white person that makes a major company.
This is what the difference is. I don't care about your beliefs, but if you decide to consistently, and more so Kanye West and Virgil, if you decide to consistently stand on your beliefs, that's when I could judge you. Virgil, he could more so get the pass because nothing he said was really like verbalized. He's not trying to put nobody down.
He's not doing it on purpose.
He's just kind of
just doing dumb shit. Yeah, that's fair.
That's a little bit different. Kanye West looked like I'm like, bruh, you're talking a little bit too much, and that's the difference. A lot of these people don't even speak about what their politics is.
That's true.
So it's very easy just to support them. You know?
And I get with that. I'm just saying that I can't speak to the side of I don't back your business. I don't back your mindset and your political thought process and what you believe in black people, and not say that your existence will possibly push a lot of black people to the next level. Because now that Kanye and Virgil exist, a lot of other corporations are looking at backing black fashion heads. But that's before COVID, before George Floyd, before any of that. Those men existing makes people go, shit, we gotta get on the state of the art. The state of the art is a thing.
We still gotta keep our foot on their neck, because I don't want people to feel like I gotta start talking this way and doing all this to become accepted.
Yes.
You know, there's two sides of that, because it was like, all right, we gonna give y'all this, but then you gotta say what we want. That's not true. The part. That's what I'm like. Where you stand, because Kanye West got a couple more ignorant things to say before I'm like, all right, I'm off this boat.
No, that's true. That's true. I agree with you.
You got a couple more,
and I'm just my thing is, like I said, man, I'm one of those people that is like, it's like when my soul fights my logic. Yeah. That's what that is for me. My soul be fighting my logic, because my soul says
that's you having faith.
Don't do that. Oh. Don't try and make me a man
Reggie
of God.
Reggie don't want to sound like nobody else.
Don't try and make me a man of God without my permission.
Reggie be in his feelings and he want to judge everybody else with they.
Don't try and make me a man of God without my permission, my nigga. Get the fuck out of here. No,
I'm just repeating what you said.
Faith is a very specific word, nigga. I know what you're trying to get at.
You telling me you have faith in people?
No, I'm saying that I have faith in the idea of people. Okay. So my thing is,
there's too many. The idea.
The idea. No, I don't believe in the men. Don't do the men.
The idea of the men. You still got some faith. All right.
Fuck you.
It's all right, Reggie. You're human. You're just like the rest of us.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm the nigga that invented Kanye sneakers in the alien shit.
You got some principle like every other human being.
No, I do, but my principles are based in logic, and my logic is but that's what I'm saying. My soul, spirit, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right?
It's still some faith.
It's fighting.
You're being logical with with Kanye, Omari West.
But
nigga, no, you're not being What logic comes involved with Kanye?
I'm gonna say it because the logic side is the soul part is, fuck you, nigga. Don't you talk wild crazy shit against black people. I hate you for that, right? Mm-hmm. The logic part of things is, you're going to push a lot of other black people into being able to exist as companies because you exist. Mm-hmm. And that's a result based. It's like if we have more black Fortune 500 companies, we're going to get a lot more things.
So
let me just finish what I'm saying. We're going to get a lot more things done in Congress. Because we're going to have a lot more money to be able to get a lot more lobbyists, to be able to get a lot more things done in our favor.
But do you want that the wrong way though? Do you want that? Do you want to get that in the wrong way?
And that's where I fight.
Do you want to struggle? Do you want to put somebody that is an agent in that position? Because you're right. That might do a little bit worse than you,
But this is where I fight that. Like, am I a good guy?
Keep faith alive.
Yeah,
we got 5 more minutes though.
See, am I a good guy? Am I a bad guy?
Keep faith alive, Reggie.
Yo, this nigga. I hate you, son.
Yo, put your pussy lips on live. I'll give you $1,000.
Now that's some soul for that ass.
Man, shout out to Lil Boosie.
Listen, man, Mark Zuckenberger. Mark Zuckenberger. I need my Instagram, man. I need my guys.
Yo.
I've never wanted a man more protected than fucking Boosie.
Lil Boosie is a legend.
He's a legend.
Why have we not transitioned him to be in the next Flavor Flav? This man needs 4 reality shows running.
Bro, yeah, but no. There's the problem. If he becomes that, then he goes to the other. We might, you have to understand the problem with the culture is, it's like the revolution would not be televised.
Put that nigga on Revolt or some shit. What the fuck? Yo, what's up, man? My man Boosie need a show. That's all I'm saying.
I heard Revolt don't be paying people, son.
Yeah, because they're black, old, and broke.
Yeah. So, I'm just telling you. So, I mean, listen, man, I'm just giving all perspective.
Revolt also don't air in most houses.
It's a fact.
Come on,
but,
man.
Listen, man, I get why people, because this shit Lil Boosie said that, I'm just like, But most of the shit he say, I fuck with. To be honest, I fuck with most of the shit he say.
It's either just funny as hell.
It's either hilarious,
ignorant as hell, and funny as hell.
Exactly.
Or it be true.
It be true. It just be like, why that nigga said something right? So Mark Zuckenberger.
My nigga Mark Zuckenberger.
Yo, your name. First of all, I need you to change your name.
You know why I like that? Because I do that all the time. If I can't say the word, you know this. I always make up a new word for, like Schmishersberg or Ray Schmerber. Ray Schmerber. S'moresburger. I didn't know that was the name of that place for that long.
Bro.
I called it Schmishersberg for so long. I was like, yo, I'm headed to Schmishersberg. I was like, yeah. So when I heard him say Zuckenberger, I was like, yo, yes. I do the same shit.
It's like when niggas say Nordstrom's. You understand? I worked in Nordstrom's. So niggas like, yo, you work in Nordstrom's? I'd be like, yo, that's multiple of them. You pluralize the name. It's not. Yo, you work at Nordstrom's?
But the funny part about Boosie is the fact that he thinks calling him Zuckenberger is going to get him his Instagram.
Bro. Your Instagram is done. You now solidified why you're never gonna get your fucking your shit back. Mark Zuckenberger. And then he was high as shit smoking the L while he said it. I was like, oh man. Listen, man, Boosie is not, he's not a Democrat, a Republican, a black man, a white man. Boosie is a nigga.
Boosie just a nigga.
That's a nigga.
But he a funny nigga.
He a funny nigga though, exactly. Mark Zuckenberger.
Yeah, I don't want him to be nothing either. I don't want to hear his political standpoints.
I don't want bro. Don't even.
Remain independent.
To be real, I don't. To be real, I don't even think he has those types of things. You know what I mean? But Mark Zuckenberger, can you please give Boosie back his Instagram? Because I'm gonna be with you. What if we all said we're going to get off Instagram because you didn't give it back? Did you think about that?
Who's we?
Nigga, fuck you. I'm trying to back my nigga.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, who's the we?
We,
like,
black people.
Oh,
What if we
I
all?
don't think he'll give a fuck.
What if we all? Bro, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, no, I think the market is still strong enough.
I don't know if it could take a Boosie no black people hit. No black people on Instagram. We the ones that push Instagram.
Yeah,
we the ones. It's not even if we're not the biggest amount of people on it.
They'll find it.
We're the most potent. We're the ones that get people to do shit now. So now if they don't see us doing shit,
He'll just go by TikTok, and that's not us.
bro. I saw a white couple. Just last thing, I saw a white couple. They were doing you know, it's the
savage.
it's this for me. It's that for me. You know when you do that, and they were like, and it was a white couple, and they were like, it's her eyes for me, and she was like, it's his heart for me. And she's like, it's his nose.
I've only seen that once.
And I saw it, and I was just like, no, I've seen it on Twitter. Like it's like when
I was like,
in comments too,
yeah.
and in shade room comments. I see it in shade room comments all the time. It's like, yo, it's this part for me, and it's like that's a thing. But this white couple, and they were like, yo, y'all just gonna fuck everything up? Is that what y'all gonna do? You're gonna destroy everything?
My man Mark Zuckenberger just go buy TikTok.
Mark Zuckenberger.
Like, you see, he made Real already. That's what Real. The joint, yo. Shout out to Facebook, man, for being the one standing monopoly out here in this world.
Hell yeah.
These niggas say, yo, fuck it. You don't give it to us, we go take it.
Patting that shit something else.
See, that's why people like Donald Trump, because he speaks that way. I don't. If you look back, I don't know if he acts that way, but he speaks that way.
You ever seen The Departed? The opening to Departed was one of the most racist comments I've ever heard and agreed with ever.
I don't remember that. What he said?
He said, this is why he was like, this is the problem I have with the niggas. He said, this is what he said. Jack Nicholson.
This is a nice way
Jack
to end
Nicholson.
this.
He said, this is the problem I have with the niggas.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like it should be given to them. In this world, you got to go out and take it. And I remember going, yes, except we cannot.
Black Lives Matter.
Let's go.
Subscribe, like, share with your friends, comment,
YouTube.
folks.
Let's go. Comment, folk.
We out.
We out.